Squeak!
Hey, welcome. So I'm gonna talk about As the Gods Will. It's a Japanese movie, and before watching this, I only knew this guy, and that it's not a bad movie. So the movie starts off with this super deep cinematic shot where characters are just saying random phrases.
What?
Okay, sure. So later we get into like the action, the most important. So we're in the classroom and this Dharma doll is playing a game with them, and it's basically green light, red light, where if he turns around and catches you moving, you die. So it looks pretty good. The Dharma doll is amazing. Like, that's why I wanted to watch this movie, just because of like the characters. They look super amazing, and the kills, the gore, it's there. But the problem is that the characters and the story sometimes is just cuts off in the middle of like super important and action scenes with these random shots of how the characters met. I don't care about the characters, mate. I just wanna see some dead people. So a lot of people die and there's only two people left, and they talk for a long time and they decide to do something when it's like 5 seconds left. So more intense, you know? And they decide to jump from his back, like the main character protagonist jumps on his back and just hits the button. I don't know how does it make it faster. I think just running is 10 times more faster than doing this crazy wombo jumbo. So they both survive. Oh no, sorry, only one survived. The person who clicked the button wins. So this girl out of nowhere comes into his class and she won the game same as him, just in the other classroom, and she's the protagonist love interest. Cool, I don't care. You know, I don't care about love in that scenario. I just wanna survive. So they walk around and they want to escape the school, but all the exits are locked. They decide to go in sports arena and they just see other people in it and they walk in. Why? You know there's gonna be bad stuff if you walk in.
Once you enter, you can't leave.
Yeah, maybe tell them what immediately when they open the door, and maybe say, hold the door, we're coming. But no, after they close, there is no way out. So the next game is basically cat and mouse, and there's a cat, and the cat has to catch the mouses, and the mouses have to survive basically. But there's a bell, and they have to put it in this hoop, and they needed to put the mouse costumes, and some choose to not put it, and
An order from the student council president!
your roles don't matter anymore. So the cat shows up and they're like, oh my god, it's about to kill us. So everybody's panicking, and this one dude who likes to play basketball just starts playing basketball with just a regular ball, not the bell that he has to put in the hoop, just the ball, and he hits the shot, probably his practice shot, and he takes the bell and he throws it.
It's going in! Yes!
How were you able to say it's going in and yes when the bell is like 5 meters away from the basketball and falling? So the cat catches the bell and just throws it. So they notice that the cat only kills the mouses, so they all take off their costumes and it's going to be peaceful. Nope, the cat starts killing the people now. But later the main guy puts on the costume to distract the cat and notices that he can hear the cat talk and understand it. I don't know why people before, when they were wearing a mouse costume, didn't hear it. But okay. So the cat tells him to scratch his back because it's itching, and he doesn't say anything to the other people and starts scratching his back, and every just have no clue what to do. And after like couple minutes of scratching, the girl joins up and she starts scratching, but he didn't tell her to do it. Like, they don't know why he is scratching the cat, that it's not real. So the cat goes to sleep and everybody's like, we won this, easy. Now who's gonna put the bell in? Because in previous game only one person survived, the rest died.
I'll do it!
I don't think so. Ladies first.
Nice try, give it here! No, I'll do it!
Some people say it's a team sport, the entire team wins, or just the person who throws the bell. So they start yelling and the cat wakes up and kills everybody. So they try to trick the cat by putting the bell inside of a basketball and throwing it. And the cat is like, oh no! Well, before the cat just in 1 millisecond just stopped the ball. But now, oh no, it's falling! But of course he misses because he sucks. I don't know how many opportunities they need to get. And this guy, out of nowhere, jumps and teleports this ball into his hand.
Oh my
My god, how did you do it? So everybody wins, except of course the people who died. They don't win. And literally the most fucked up thing happens that just blew me away, that anyone thought that was a great idea to put in the movie, was this psychopath that just literally kills people for no fucking reason. He just like, oh, they don't deserve to win because they didn't do anything. Die. Like, what the fuck? I would be so fucking scared that I'm next. But no, he's like, oh, you were pretty good in there, you know, you tried your best, so I'm not gonna kill you. Like, what the fuck, this psychopath? Fucking hate this character. So now we find out that the school is in a massive cube, which I don't care, you know, like, I'm not here for the, like, deep story and lore. No, I'm just here for the unique kills and unique games. That's it. So now he wakes up in a room with new characters, and
They certainly don't seem to have placed us according to our IQ, judging from the people in this room.
this fucking guy, I have no clue which one is worse, the psychopath or this fucking nerd, but I hate them both. So these wooden figures come into the room to play a little game, and the game is basically you close your eyes and they sing around you, and when it stops you have to say who's behind you. So the nerd plays it first and he fucks up and he basically dies. You know, he gets his head hit into the wall multiple times. I would say he didn't deserve it. But moving on, the protagonist has to do the same thing, but this time he outsmarted them and they recorded her saying it's out of time, and when somebody speaks he can now say who's behind him, so he wins. And I just love the conversation.
What?
Behind me! It's Kenichi!
Sorry, that doesn't count. You ran out of time.
No! I barely made it!
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's right. What are you saying? You'd called time already.
So now they're in the hallways and they have to group up so that they don't die from this guy. Which, the worst game. It was super short, not interesting, so they have to put the keys in this thing, and the psychopath shows up.
But now we have an extra person.
Yeah, that's a problem. They fucking killed it again! What the fuck? Come on guys, you're like, you have more human power. Kill him. Fucking kill him. Like, he doesn't deserve to live. So they go to this ice arena and this amazing bear shows up. I love his movement. I love his, voice. So his game is basically he asks a group of people a question and everybody needs to tell the truth, and if they lied, the bear knows it and says he lied, and the group needs to pick who lied. That he asks a question, what's your favorite food, and I wouldn't even know if he asked me. Like, my food changes every single day. So one person lied, and
Parsley!
I guess he didn't like parsley. So there's more killing and more lying, but actually the bear was the lying one. Like, everybody told the truth and he always said somebody's lying. So they catch him and he basically dies. The next challenge is told by these matryoshkas,
Good job, you've made it this far.
and it's a hide and seek with one person against the rest, and there's a can and they need to kick it. Kinda boring game, but in the end I will mention that he was wearing the knight armor and he jumped into the water so that the bad guy could, also fall in the water, but then he magically teleported onto another wall and he just jumped out of the knight armor. I have no clue how did he do it, but okay, sure. So the game was for fun, nobody died, and the Matryoshka's like, hey, here's some victory ice cream. So they pick, they eat, but oopsie doopsie, there's winners and there's losers on the ice cream wooden stick, and you will never guess who won. Of course, the fucking main character and the psychopath, the only characters I knew. I don't care about them. And basically, in the end, Jesus Christ shows up. I don't give a shit. But it wasn't a bad movie. I have seen worse. I was just here for the monsters, the games, and the traps, and the kills. The characters were the worst, and the story was pretty bad, but overall, it's a pretty good movie. I would give it a 7 out of 10. Bye bye.
Squeak!